something I'd like to discuss with the board. As you all know, and you're aware that in my State of the Town address, can you pass those on? This year I talked about looking at our physical plant and trying to upgrade what we have here and do some different things. I charged the board members with working on Merle Park, and I said that at that time I would like to take on a project of my own of the annex building across the street and this building. What I've done is I've given the board a proposal by Colleen Carney, who's an interior designist, who can do pretty much what I'm asking for, and what that is that this building in Town Hall under a project scope 1 is to take each different section of Town Hall and give us some different ideas of what we can do with it. And what Ms. Carney did here was take Town Hall and break it down by areas, and it goes through from different things, from just paint, window treatment. Kind of asked her as a pro bono thing she did about what do we really need to do to spruce this up. I mean, the room has been, to me, very institutional looking for a while. If we can do something, and her recommendations in a lot of places were just paint and window treatments. If you look in Kathy's office, you've got a blind that's falling apart, half hanging down. And work there. A couple other areas she talked about, some carpet sections, possibility, and not all these things would have to be done, but at least as we're working downstairs and doing the building department office, as Wendell's group is doing that now, they're doing Joanne's office, the planning department right now, we're redoing that. As we're doing it, at least we'd have some type of consistency and a game plan of what colors could be used, and as Wendell and his crew has time available, we let them paint different sections. Have things done, do it at minimal cost, but at least have some type of game plan. So I'd like to bring this, have the board look at this throughout the week. But the biggest thing is next door is the Legion building. We're currently, and Wendell's brought this up at different times, we really don't have anybody using it but the Legion in that building. We're heating it. The seniors are in there one day a week for a couple hours in the morning. It's not really being utilized, and we're paying good money for it. We're kind of, I don't want to say outgrowing what we're doing here, but our needs are expanding. As you see, as you walk in, Jerry and Kelly are going to be moving into what's now the copy room. We're going to flip-flop the space. With having Jerry and Kelly in that little space trying to work the financials, it's a little cramped, it's a little tight. They're moving next door, and then we'll move Jerry's area, which the carpet is carpet was cut in around the safe. So we've got to do something in that office, but that'll be our work area now. Kind of gets it out of people's visible areas also. So we'll have the new copier in there. Our lease is up on the mail machine, and we'll have mailboxes in there. So we'll have a kind of out of sight, out of mind type of area also. So what I'm looking for in this building is to look at the things that Colleen has put in here: window treatments, paint, and then maybe some flooring ideas. And then the Legion building, to go through and look at that, of possibly moving a department or two over there. I know we're looking at Jerry here, moving him over here now for an area. He's expressed an interest that if we ever did anything over there, he would not have a problem with moving over to the building over there. I would not have a problem, to be honest with you, moving the supervisor's office or the town board office over there and giving everybody a space to actually call home. The courts have asked repeatedly for the office, the space in the back for the judges to go in and out during meetings. So it's kind of just a game plan. It's kind of an idea of what we can do. And what I'd like to do is really move forward this next week, or have more discussion about it, let everybody digest it throughout the week, and see if we can move forward with this. My idea is to pay for this out of contingency. The first section is $3,800 to come up with a plan for scope 1, and then under scope 2, it says the town hall offices, and this is something that Wendell had brought up before, and actually Tom Gastio and Kathy had brought up. Under assessor's office, it should be and town clerk's office should be added in there, is petitions. Kathy has stated that there's really no place for a personal conversation when she has people coming in with their marriage license at times, or different areas, that a little privacy from time to time would be nice. We did it downstairs with Tom Correo, and Tom Gastio, the previous assessor, and Chris Bork now say the same things. We get some seniors that come in that really don't want to talk about their finances with the open air here. So they're looking for a little privacy. So this would kind of give us an idea of how we can do that. Wendell's talked about with NYSERDA about lowering the ceiling down for energy efficiency, new lighting, or raising the ceiling up, or raising the petitions up and giving a little privacy. So it kind of give us a little plan of what to do. Under phase 2, this is where the Legion building kind of developing a space allocation for a couple different departments up there. So kind of work with her and get an idea of what we can do with that building next door. I've been to many municipalities, and there's, I don't want to say use the word campus, but you go into their parking lot and they have multiple buildings that they occupy. So it's not unique just not to be in one building. It is unique. It's common to be in multiple buildings. So it's an idea. It's something I'm looking at. We have pretty much, I feel that's an eyesore. The outside of that building is an eyesore. I'd like to try to rejuvenate it and put it to some potential use. Whether you, the four of you, come together and say, you know, we can use that as a temporary home for someone else. In the meantime, when we work on another building, you know, we have a great kitchen downstairs, a great space downstairs. You know, whichever can be done. I just would like to start to utilize our space a little bit more instead of just paying for it.
Would this be consistent with what the Legion wanted to do when they came to see us?
The Legion was looking for, yes, at some extent. Yeah. Some of the things that the Legion brought up was like the gutter, the lighting, the facade, the paint, some of those things. So some of the things.
They don't really need to change their space. They really need to have maintenance
and things done.
Updates.
Correct. And this is more updates and future use of the building. So, and you can see on some of it, it's really paint of the ladies' room and men's room over there, and it's in the Legion. It's just kind of beautification, if you want to say. So, I mean, I look around and look at what we have here.
Just one thought, and I think we've discussed this previously. You know, relative to window treatments, we got to change a lot of windows.
Correct.
And it might be wise to proceed first with that construction, I would think, before we start doing trim work and painting. Just a thought.
Oh yeah, no, I agree 100%. I would like to move forward with that. Yeah. This is more or less just saying, okay, she'd come in and say, this room should be brown and beige, you know, up to that line or whatever. And then as we did a project, if we did the windows and when we did the painting, at least we had a go-to map by saying, okay, here's what it's going to be after we did the windows. I know, you know, for
but
2
we're
years.
Also, in no way, shape, or form, going to be able to change all the windows in this building and that building. And to say, let's say it takes you 5 years to do it, I'd hate to have to look at the same curtains for 5 years, you know. So, I mean, 5 years from now, you may have to get new curtains again, you know. Kathy's blinds won't last 5 years, I don't think.
That's been a long time ago.
I didn't see it in your budget.
We'd be within 5 years, or 5 months, or 5 weeks, I would think.
Yeah. But, you know, and again, that's something we've talked about for years, about changing the windows here. And that's definitely something that we need to do. I know my window in the back, Wendell knows the air conditioner is ready to fall out. I mean, that whole sill is rotted.
So then, in other words, she wants $3,800 to tell us what colors to do all the rooms and the curtains to put in stuff.
To match everything up and do it.
We can do a lot of windows for $3,800 and pick our own colors. You know,
this is why I asked for a proposal. If we don't have something in front of us, we're just speculating at something. And you know, this is 2 buildings, so it's food for thought. If I don't come up with something, then we wouldn't know where.
The concept is fine.
Yes.
I think Phil's question about the cost is worth discussing further, but
correct.
The concept is great, I think.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll talk to Colleen a little bit more, and then let's say work on the price, but I'll work on the price with her.
Yeah, it's probably what it's worth for a professional to do. I don't necessarily disagree with her price. I'm just talking about price generally. What else can you get with $3,800?
Right. A lot of flooring and a lot of
probably all the paint and the window treatments.
A couple of windows.
Yep. So at least it gives us a game plan. So I'll talk to her and we'll discuss this more for next week. Okay.
Great.
Right. Thank you. Moving on.